Everything was going wrong for them.
Pretty much the same pistol round.
And here's that TP. And here it is, an adjustment already. John dominates the angle and the smoke on top of it. The anchoring is tested. But it's Zelsis and John side by side, shoulder to shoulder, make short work of Team Liquid.
It is crazy for Team Liquid to try to run the Mako double TP.
The exact same play.
The exact same play. You know that Sen have looked at that in the VOD review and gone, well, we're never going to let that happen to us again.
Yeah. Team Liquid going back to the old walkabouts, but Nats is cleaned up momentarily, and it leaves it just to Paddy Tech in a 1v4. An open side over towards A, might be able to get a plan, but
possibly.
Past that point.
Seen magic from him before at international events on this map. Pulling out low HP, insane clutches. This one, though, I think is stretched too far as soon as the door opens as well. They even have a flash to try to slow him down. It's going to be difficult for Paddy to do anything other than just get the plan here and get some extra money for the team.
I think he's going for it. He's trying to force the fight nice and early here, and Zekken does want to square up, takes his head clean off. Here now, sees out through the back, longest snake bite. They just shoved absolutely everything into the fray, and the salvos, well, they just clean up Zekken like that. Smokes through as well, a bit of spam alongside it. Team Liquid happy to oblige and partake in the bloodbath. Here's the rate here, an off angle. He's got to try and make a play here, but what can you do against the rifles? Not too much. Folds with ease. Leaving it just down to Zelsis here. It's inevitable at this point for Team Liquid.
Sen couldn't really put up too much resistance. And there was a chance if the Season 8 had caught perfectly onto Kiko, maybe they could have snowballed it forwards. Zelsis not able to land the shot there onto a player that would have gone down in a single bullet. But you don't want to keep the outlaw either.
No. Being hunted down. And he's spotted out. So flawless here from Liquid. Send themselves grouping up now for the retake. Now, it's explosive at that. Team Liquid looking to try and dominate this one angle up through Heaven as well. If they can take away this space, it makes it that much harder. But Sentinels just paving a way across the site. They've managed to get themselves access to it, and Kiko just dropped onto 10 HP in a dream, yet still. Dreams might be made manifest, not quite. All in, very much so. Throwing to lead the charge. Okay, Kiko to the back. Where's that all going? Onto the top of the box. Blind as anything, and Bang just couldn't stand the test.
I mean, Bang heard the ultimate, but he must have assumed that it was in pit instead of being on top of the box right behind it.
Yeah, a bit of confusion there. Here, Team Liquid. Don't want to give up any sort of space whatsoever. Look at that, no effect reveals all. Zekken just lit up, and now rolling thunder right into spawn. Try and hold your ground down, but stunned up once more. Camo is taking liberties and taking names. Also popped off a little bit prior, and Nats is going walkabout. This guy, oh my. Happy to find the gaps in the defensive plays by Sen.
Oh my god, and they're going for the contact walk through waterfalls. Zelsis has no idea. He's about to get
a clue.
That's masterful calling from Nats.
And this is what they do best. Team Liquid putting a squeeze onto you now as well. So many unknowns circulating around Sentinel's minds. The plan's down. Still, no one's ready for the Heaven Peak himself. Bang! Straight back at you. Now disadvantage to Team Liquid.
One enemy remaining.
Backs to Zekken. Nats left alone. With only 33 health to do it in a 1v2. There's a nade to dodge, and Duke 1 HP can find a fair fight. Paranoia at that, but who's going to be playing off of this? That's my question. Nightfall coming through as well. There's a drone in the face, though. You're suppressed up. It's still Decay. Maybe kicking in on top of it. It's a showstopper. Where the hell are you sending that one to? The moon? Paddy, he's got two. And tip-tap of the rifles. Kiko Kamek making short work of these Sentinels players. Zelsis 1v3. He's had a difficult time of things recently. Trying to anchor, play this vice position and role. Ups and downs in terms of his performance, but now he's left to do it all. Discipline, name of the game here for Liquid. Look at him. Not going to give him absolutely anything here. Paranoias.
He's going to ult.
Wait here. There's a steel guard and committed, but there's salvers in your face. There's a flash in your face. Kitchen sink's going to be coming next. Best of luck to you. Because again, no open fight, Team Liquid. There's no mistakes here with the way that they're playing. Double face up into Heaven. They wanted the pivot, but they're going to go for the re-clear themselves. Aftershock salvos up and around as the smoke into the face of Zekken. He's spamming, spraying, praying. For Sentinels, no one's hearing them. Still 3 versus 3. TP up into the spawn. What the hell is occurring here? Kiko.
Oh, this is wild. Is he looking to try to get a timing on John? Is he just trying to pull players towards him.
John's only got a judge, just sat down into the pit.
I mean, you say only got a judge. I wouldn't want to walk in there.
That's very true, but
they're going to try to pinch by the look of things. Kiko's calling the rest of his team back over to this pit.
40 seconds.
They still have drone to work with. They have drone. The drone can inform a stun from Patty. And Kiko,
just going for it.
I don't really like going for it before the rest of the team's in position to
30
help.
seconds left.
Sentinels are so split up there.
And this is so slow from Liquid.
Yeah.
Tally ho in mound, guys. You gotta go forwards.
Might be going right into the maw. John QT, Judge in hand, salvos. A misstep, a gap, but they're spamming it. Almost the expectation of it. Only 13 seconds left. They've got to try and get themselves into this. Highlighted
10 seconds left.
and turned into paste. You can pivot into in case things do go wrong over towards the A hit. And now, oh my God, they're trying to jump spot and bait this wall out. Narrate and Zelsis have stepped up.
First time that this defensive setup's been tested with the Vice over here towards A, and it works perfectly. John's also there, ready to collect this pivot into B. And all of this information allows Bang to push out. Sen playing this round very nicely.
Yeah, and the wind is taken out of the sails of these Team Liquid players. They were hoping for faster tempo up, and again, back to the drawing board. Old classic and all reliable, which is contacting all the way. And speaking of contacting, Bang is getting constant information. He's clearing up the question marks across the map. Barrel spotted out, but I think he's just missed the mark on that one. And yet, Camo is going to be missing his head too. This is Sentinels putting the squeeze onto these players, and they're just making it look like child's play.
Where that was supposed to go.
Now we're seeing it, Rolling Thunder. It's going to cleave its way in through the side. The rate is cleaned up momentarily. He felt like he had to take a fight there, push forward, pass the smoke on top of it. How the hell are you whipping that one? Almost the open sightlines in time, and the Armageddon's going to be clearing them all the way out. Zelsis, he can't even escape it. Not a ire of it. And the advantage now lies into the hands of Team Liquid. One player up, forward into the position, Satchel up on top. It's a high ground perch. Potentially to play around here and still unable to win these fights out. It's Nats and Kiko, full control, and Bang's left alone to pick up those pieces in a 1v3, and that discipline shines through once more. You can see it. Smoke into the face though, disrupts the play. And still no swing from Paddy, he's waiting for it, but straight through the smoke. Fake presence, spots out of two players.
He's going to see this as the same defensive setup as before.
Line stun connected onto him, I think, actually, and Cowan's going to be falling. Defense was necessary from the rate. Protects his teammate's life.
But it's another good call from Nats. They put a load of pressure over towards A and just walk in B. They're not going to think about this timing.
Well, John, he's got his crosshair trained on it. Yeah, expecting it. At this point, Team Liquid, you know that they end up trending into that. When the going gets rough for them, a lot of walking around, but they at least have a plant down onto the B side, but these retakes from Sen, in particular, have been pretty nice in Sublime. We're seeing it at the Nightfall. It's going to set the stage and a bit of spam as well. Augments this push coming through. The Horn just cannot be dealt with. It's all on the shoulders of Nats. Too much to overcome there. So 7-5. So getting a bit of a move on. Rapid approach up through the top. But there's a gap into the side of the smoke, and Kamek head clean off. Plant now down. Nothing to sway this one. Nothing to push this one back. And Camo even traded into the process.
Good trading, good teamwork from Sen. And the Thorns are very difficult to get through.
The jump spotting here. Sen have got full control over towards Heaven. Essentially the entirety of the site. Fault line's a good connection though. Hold on. Paddy swinging wide. Nats has found his own! And they have gotten away with murder! Got to reinforce over towards the A site.
Here comes Zelsis re-clearing.
And he doesn't... Oh, wait a second. The time he's kind of missed onto this one. And in the danger zone, Zelsis! Oh, I mean, he's just picked to pieces. Bonus round conversion. Highly likely at this point for Team Liquid. They are in full control. If you're going to be walking, waiting. Oh my God, you missed a TP onto that one. Just the slightest of gaps, but all good. You have 55 seconds to work with. You can slow this one down. And John, cracking shot. He's opened up the side potentially. All the setup's going to be going down. Camo, blind as anything. Snakebite at your feet, flashes around, a Horn too much to deal with here, but he has been lit up, and there it is, swarming into the positions. Everything accounted for. Wonderful salvage of the operation here from Sentinels.
Straight onto the clone.
Yeah, take that.
Cover going out.
Kiko's got to do it all with a ghost in hand. Don't think you're going to be finding same missteps from Sentinels into their post plan. In fact, very much willing to give up a lot of the space here. The Caesar's going to be missing. Dodging, juking. All eyes on Kiko. 2 many players to really try and take down, so all grouped up, shoulder to shoulders, 5 of them, and that's going to be that stun connecting. One's going to be taking that bullet to the head, but Bang now wants to try and take that fight, takes down the counterpart while he's at it, and a Nightfall now, clearing the way. Even a potential path into the A side, but as that nade rebounds, Carrick is going to be forced to respect it. Slow down a little bit of patience inserted, but still the shot's landing. Kamek wins it, and that defense is in order here, but still backs to the side. Second unleashes. 2 left to stand here for Liquid. Trying to get in here a bit fast and loose, and even the armor getting committed out towards the tail end, but choked out of the sight entirely. This Team Liquid stepping forwards. That's smoke in his face. Bit of util to help him with the push, but it's all being watched for. No missteps.
Before Zekken can get in position.
I love potential. I mean, just body spotting out wide. Flash is dealt with as well. Camo, oh my, he's doing it all. Still showstopper in the hands of Zekken, but he's cleaned up. Tried to sit nice and pretty into the cage. You can't escape the eye of Nats, and that neural theft is going to be pointing it all out.
The spike is committed. Sen have to go for this. Does Nats even realize?
Didn't even connect. What a shot! Bang to be the savior in that spot. Picks up the spike, 40 seconds left to play with. Quite a little bit too slow when Kamek was that far away, and the pit's even just being used to try and secure this round, but Kamek's all the way up into their faces. Decay damage kicking in, but he needs to isolate these fights, and he just can't get it done. Full committal by Liquid. Paddy has to hold down B! Crosshair placement is just impeccable! Zekken is rinsing him, man. And that's steps wide with the Guardian in hand. I mean, it's just wild sprays at best.
The blind is dead.
Team Liquid just being cut to pieces.
They've been hit with a haymaker at the very end. What an entry from Zekken. That's the kind of quality, that's the kind of form you want to see from this guy. Camo, Nads, trying to save, but they haven't even got Phantoms and Vandals. They're saving Bulldog and Guardian.
Primed and ready are Sentinels for any sort of attempt at a flood attempt, but actually, as I say that, they just leave a massive gap into the back still. Doesn't matter. All the players are Liquid toppling in the end.
Actually, they're contacting down here.
Puts it up, man, and blood is going to be pouring and taken. Sen managed to salvage it ever so slightly, just stopping it, but still, Panitek is hard committed into the corner, and look at that, head on a swivel, there is that defense in order. And return on the fire there by Team Liquid. Gonna be a hit over towards it, and the drone spots it all out, so getting the information off and the counter spam, picture perfect, isn't it? Ensures that control of the round is going to be held down to Sen here.
John's 2 away from having his ult online. He could be the player to go and try to hunt for a kill or something.
Celsius. Off flash into his face. Luckily, anti-flash positions played.
It's really nice positioning actually from Celsius. You're anticipating them going aggressive through that smoke. And so he's trying to tuck close to it.
Yeah. Cleared away and now getting a bit of a move on. The second few bullets just tagging on to Zekken, slowing him down, and that dart is not dealt with. So Kamek, good value to be had. Drone now going to be offloaded, but Sentinel's not trying to slow down here. They want to try and brute force into the site. It's going to be hard. Same could be said about the retake of Team Liquid unless they get a few more kills. Still, they have that player advantage. Sambo's in through the back. That's going to be flushing one of the players out, but no one was ready actually for that. Celsius. Challenge going to be incoming potentially anytime now, and there it is. Got a lot to do. Stun, good connection, slowing these players down to a crawl. These Cloudburst just cannot save you there. Locked out of the site, narrate, close quarters combat! And 2 heads taken clean away. Kiko, no one home from Team Liquid, but they have players towards the back of the site. Now that no command Armageddon will be used in conjunction, see if they can carve out a path onto the side, and not anticipating it. What a beautiful position to play in by Kiko. Nats, he's straight into the fray, dropping down and away in the reaction, and distraction is all that is needed. Paranoia connects, but a lot to deal with here. Wait a second, still the open box with the Cloudburst into the back. That signifies absolutely everything. Return to the fire, Paddy's there. Equivalent exchange, but still with that player disadvantage for Liquid. John with the plan, he's alone onto the site here, giving it up almost entirely. Just the Sentinels playing off. John's got to be a bit of bait for them. Maybe if he can pull out some of that util from Liquid. Good anchor smoke as well for him to play around, but Nats is fully aware of this one with the shorty. Yep, skipping a hop. Straight into his face. Still, only 2 players left alive now, and Team Liquid have got a lot to do. They're up left again. Revealing positions, but everybody dropping. And speaking of dropping, Nats with a perfect lineup. The damage done. But over here, suppression across the board onto a multitude of targets. Team Liquid. It's all been slowed, causing a bit of concern for them still. It's a flash that doesn't really quite connect to the refight. It's sublime! Team Liquid! It's individualistic and a little bit uncertain from Sentinels. Paranoia sweeps forwards, nade. It's going to be rebounding. Ult popped off, but, well, the gun just wasn't out. Couldn't have anything to play around here, and Camo, he's on a bit of an island. Doesn't really know where these players might be. Still, damage done. The rate from the side. That's a bullet to the temple of Camo.
Kamik's on the flank, though. He's coming around deep from B main. I don't think they're thinking about it yet.
Sentinels, they made a call though to flip the site entirely, so they might not even have to worry about this one. If they can try and force that fight out, and now they're going to be aware of it. Paid the price in blood with Bang going down, jumping through, and the gun, well, Utah was just pulled out there, so it's an instant trade-off. The rate wins his. The most important fight that he could possibly do. 6 bullets left, and the dad is dealt with. They know where the last player is. It's planted for him on top of it. Kamik, defuse, sticking, half, and the head just poking up. And they have an abundance of ults. All going to be utilised here, so Armageddon's going to be forcing Camo out of the fight here. Salvo's up through heaven as well. There will be no swing occurring. What just happened? How has that happened? What just occurred? Team Liquid gifted a lifeline, but Senna trying to batter their way back into the round.
You can't win a round where 2 of your players jump off the cliff.
Gotta see a replay after that, but still, they're fighting tooth and nail. They don't want to give this one up. What a blunder, or possibly an outplay. Yet to be seen. But the round has been slowed down all the way through.
It's got to have been a blunder. They must have body blocked each other. They must have body blocked each other in midair. There was no assist. There's no trip there. There's no bullet tag. I think that's just a straight up beef.
Mad dash here from Zelsis. Trouble is, Nat's full setup, still active, still alive. And a double push down mid. John might not be long for this world. He's making all the noise into the world, and the creeping forwards. Can't even isolate a fight. Leaves it to the 1v3. Zelsis has been tested. Pushed in positions before, but winning clutches. In the past, it's been a rarity for him, but he needs to isolate at least one of these fights. Team Liquid are not giving him anything. Cam was still up, getting that info, and yeah, instantaneous. Sentinels before, but last time it was individualistic. Here's a no command. It's going to be emanating out now.
Nats has caught the timing.
Out onto the side, Paddy from the side, and Nats still active, still kicking, and so is Camo. In through, they cannot get this guy out of here. Finally removed from the fight in the fray, but again, open sight lines up through the top, and Nats, a wide swing. It's relentless from Liquid. The send hit. Really brought to a crawl. It's a dart up into the face as well. The dash. Oh, he's just trying to find usage out of it. I mean, Zek being forced into the fight once more. Out through into main. Kamik, not expecting that from the side. Oh my. It's odds and ends. It's scraps from Sentinels that they managed to bring into this one.
And it's a great teleport from the Ray. Deep onto default, getting himself into a position to use the Judge. They've salvaged this.
They have, certainly. Still, Ray hasn't found a rifle into the process here. He's got a Judge out back. And Heaven's not watched for. Yeah, he has to just jump out wide. No one was watching his back. That's why it felt like he was forced to make a fight! You cannot drop the ball like this. Nats, defuse, sticking, smoke in his face. He's got that safety here. Right clicks with the classic, but Arm's been hurt. 5 bullets left. Bang! Catch Nats here with the trip going down. It actually does signify quite a lot, and they want to double face him. Yep, Sen cleaned him up. IGL out of the picture, but that fast reaction is called for, and Team Liquid are going to be taking the space over towards the B side, getting that plant down. No pushback, and another player themselves. Team Liquid, they understand the necessity of risks. You're a player down. They'll try and take the fight up close and personal. Camo, he's got the one, dash forwards and back and around. Camo, too much to overcome. It's nice in the micro. Sen getting a bit of a move on. 2 left to stand. Kamik, Kiko. What can you do from this spot? Finding your ones. Tapping away with a ghost in hand. This is it. Discipline and aim at its core. But it leaves it down to that 1v1. John QT, just 10 HP to work with. Kiko, jump spot. Shot doesn't land as well. It's an impossibility. if they can push them back. It was a knife thrown back and doesn't really deny the drone from sweeping through. Liquid have got that space, but it's an anchor smoke. And how do you get through this one? Nats wants to leap right in! Bang! Bang! It's a three-piece. Can't quite manage the fourth, but honestly, it's a miracle in itself. And it leaves it just down to Kamek. 1v3 scenario. Plant stuck. Reese wants the money for his troubles. The drone's going to be spotting him way out there. Maybe make the B side a little bit more weaker. There's a lot of util as well. Yet to be expended, and now, okay, trying to send it, but right into the bullets. And the open arms here of Zekken still. It's exchanged. Good return of the fire there by Nats. Instant TP though. Let's see if they can see this fight occurring. Nats is the one who's trying to take point and contact right into the fight once more. Spraying it down, John! My God, man! Still. Tries to retreat, tries to escape, and Zeltis just walking straight back in. Picks off Kiko. Kamek once more left in an almost impossible scenario. And impossible is where it will stay. Here it is, TP's off and around to the side here. Bang! There's the challenge, flashing up and over. There's a dart on top of it. It's too much to overcome here. Players weren't in position, as you mentioned. Sentinels were anticipating a mid-play. Slowed down a bit now though. Zekken with the operator in hands. It's going to be awkward to try and play this retake. Unless he's gifted one, which he is. The deep peek by Kiko does not come up with anything at all. Team Liquid, it's an aggro hold out towards the back! And god damn, man, I mean, Zekken, he's not slowing down! Alongside his team, the blades whistled away. Kamek with a chance, potentially to contain! That is unbelievable!
This.
Oh my, the dart reveals it. Kiko steps forwards, it's coverage. Equalised, at least by Zeltis up and over the shoulder, but you've removed Zekken from mid. Leaves a massive hole in the defense of Sen. They are seeking to reclaim a bit of information, a bit of space, going to be gathered, at least with the drone being broken. And the rate, time to shine, son! Armageddon is the cherry on top. Not quite necessary, but listen, that was primed and ready before he got the three-piece.
And they did just lose at 1v4.
Surely.
Then there's nobody looking. He is not looking this direction.
Camo, snappy. Good adjustment with the spray, but now he's revealed his hand and the position at that narrate. Backing himself around here to pull and a flash. Spike is in no man's land. So many things will have to go right, and it's just not happening. Not tonight. Great spots it. Can't quite get the damage in, but okay. Well, dashing forwards into the smoke. Can't really survive that one. Too much spam occurring. Hunter's Fury. Kamek, he's desperate for the connection, desperate for a kill to potentially help his team out. Well, okay, flash up and over. Bang trying to play off it, but we'll be going straight to the grave as a response.
Spike planted.
Zeltis peppering away. Hoping he can get a few of these tags onto these players.
To Cliff, and the salvos are going to connect.
And here it is, pushing them out wide into the open still. A lot to account for, a lot to contest with. Sentinels leaves it down to Zekken. And with the tap, fades away. Want to hit the go button.
This is the weak site, finally. Nats has discovered it. They're not
getting through.
It's all right, that was just a teleport.
TPs, but you're right into the sight line of Zekken. Tracking the money, he's lucky enough to do that damage as well. He's found himself and his team an advantage.
You'd expect Team Liquid to go for some kind of post-plant aggression here. They've been doing it every time they're down players. Does anyone follow the drone? Oh, they're all just playing off-site apart from Kiko. I mean, he has got to be the hero here for Liquid.
Knife tags one. Knife tags one. That was Kiko. Tucked up onto the site. Immediately dealt with. 3 players left to stand here. Liquid, once more, are going to need a miracle. Util already expended, and this is it. Senna swarming the site. Full control, up and over it, bang, sticking onto the defuse now, Dart. It's barely even a warrior to the back of their minds, and the bullets need to rain down and find that connection.
Many of these slow, defaulty kind of rounds, I'm not exactly sure why.
Bang,
because it's working.
It's caught in transition there.
Here.
He's hoping to retreat back over towards heaven, so open and pick for the way of Team Liquid drone. Paranoid up, you're taking a peek and a wonder, narrate, very much alone.
I mean, this is going to be a thrifty here.
I mean, it definitely is. Zeltis now is entirely isolated and he's going to be squeezed at a moment's notice. They've picked apart the defense.
This was too easy. As soon as Team Liquid put a couple of bodies in mid and tried to split, they've destroyed Sentinels. Stop doing the execs, guys.
Almost comes back to, maybe you should just play mid.
Yeah, they're going into the heavy, strong side of Sentinels again. These are the kind of rounds that have not worked for Liquid.
Pass up and over, dash forwards as well! No way! The race is a menace to society! And he's put a stop straight away to the funny business that was that exec. On a slow default, you were all into the play, and once more you're going to go for the re-hit once now. It's a cloudburst at your feet, Camo, perched up high and mighty! And a crossfire is elite! Bodies topple and fall, and John, not long for the world there. Up close, flash into the peak. Bloody hell, even a reveal on top of him, but Camo still can't quite claim it. Spam countered up, but the rifle players just can't get it done. They can't remove this guy. Surely this is it. Tapping away, rifle aim on point for Team Liquid. And they've dominated all the appropriate angles. Kiko falls though. Taken out, Heaven still not dealt with. Player up top, Zekken, this is precise. Dashes forward to escape that ire. Camo spamming away, up on top of the ropes. He knows the damage has been done with a shorty, but time ticking, needs to be held. John! I don't think they have it, Bren! Oh! It is up in the face of a potential player, and that IGL up through into the smoke as well. This damage needs to be done, the rate. Still moving forwards here, with Nats crumbling. Kamek off to the side, and the timing's just so damn unfortunate. Sentinels complete control of the site, but Heaven needs to be watched for, and Zekken has got to put his crosshair onto it. Eyes watchful for it. Flash into the face, dodged by Kiko. Need a steady hand in moments like this. 3v4 for Liquid, pushing forwards. Make it 3v3. Opportunities available for them. Flashes and Utah's going to be used to tap onto the plan as well. He's going to be forcing that reaction out, and the kills flying through! Liquid! Here and now, it's a high-low setup. A lot of damage done here to Zekken, and now turning up the heat. Straight away forwards, the raid! Sky not willing to give up that space still, the trade is intact. That's just spam straight through. Flash even connecting, Zekken has got a lot to do, 9 HP though. Narrowly avoiding depth. It's like dodge, maneuver, players maintaining control of all of this, and Nats has been cleaned up, spotted, out through mid. Crosshair placement is perfection from Zekken.
He's just played a difficult situation so perfectly. Kamek, he won a 1v4 earlier. If he could get a 1v3 to complete Abyss, his team would be sitting pretty already.
The net tightening, and Zekken can supplement this one, gain access to the site, but a knife is going to be tagging him. And where are the kills? They have to be found. The rate can't quite wrangle the rifle in time to hit the second one, but it's a trade intact now for Liquid and a plant online for Sentinels. Nothing pushing this one back. Drone. Slightest of pauses. Bated breath from Team Liquid. Now starting to make their moves, and Kiko, he's delivering. It's already 2 for him. Look to do a bit more damage at that. Smokes into the face of these players and just lined up for all of them to topple. Team Liquid, they can spam the last remaining players. Elsis did not stand a chance in hell here. Hunting and hoping for map 3. Paranoid sweeps, that's a dash through, straight into the back on top of it, but Bang has already been dropped outside into it. The kills might be flooding through. Feed does feel. Fills up a little bit of this teal. The rate off to the side here. Still, it's a post plan that needs to be played by Liquid. A tap to try and force that reaction. Double faced up. Zekken can't quite land it. Smoke's finally online with a one-way and swinging wide. I just missed the timing here. Team Liquid flash up into the face. Yeah, Paddy. It's not long for this ward. Kamek swinging round and wide. He needs to return that fire. Camo over the shoulder. Bit of stray bullets and spam as the smokes are just dropped down. Advantage here for Liquid. They found it.
I've got to assume that Paditek there got killed by a player that was full blind. Nats gonna pop the wall. He's playing the weak side of the map almost all the time for them on the defensive bind. He's got this orb up at default as well that makes it pretty difficult to get nice plants.
3 players up through Heaven here. Team Liquid just trying to barge their way back into the side as well, and the fight is going their way. John dropped down to just 11 HP. Bang up and over. Clean shots necessary for Sentinels to stand a chance. They slow it down with the salvos, but everybody's positions accounted for. An exchange when it comes to the fuel timings. Just up and down they go. Nade to the floor. Bang. get the one kill, but Nats, okay, just can't quite retreat there, but there's a molly at the feet, and John, yeah, very ready for that one. So, good util from Sen, flushing out these players.
And a bit of a mistake from Camo as well. Does Kaming try to find a timing here? He has.
Got away in.
He's worked in way further forward than they're going to think.
They flash through. This is a beautiful timing, and yes, Elsis none the wiser. Bullet to the side there. It's weaker weaponry from Team Liquid, but they're doing decent work with it. Nevertheless, here with man after the back as well. Intruder 4 kills. Need to be found. Bang. Trying to maintain control and composure. Intruder around and swinging wide. What? Double drone approach in through to the B side, looking to try and squeeze these players and see if they can listen. Man, Team Liquid. They're doing damage, but Raiden Bang. He sidestepped the damage. The bullets while they're at it, out through the back, they weren't expecting that kind of timing. Nats, he's straight in the fray, straight into the fight.
Down B.
Running a mockery over all of them. John QT, that's an Armageddon expend a bit way ahead of this one. It's a slow ult at that. Isolates the one, but does he know where Camo is? Does he know where Camo is? The answer is no. How the hell do you navigate this one? Snake bite drop down as well. It's going to be a nade. They're going to try and get the way all the way past this. Showstopper going wide as well. And bullets are flying, exchange, the handshake across the site. 4 versus 4 in through the smokes. Drop down, Shorty in play. Bang. Spraying down with pellets. Camo. Drop down, sent straight back to that spectator seat. It's 3 versus 4. Creeping through onto the flank though. Shoulder to shoulder. It's a pit drop down as well, but this might just give them more ins. Kiko moving forwards, and second, he doesn't anticipate this whatsoever. Yeah, with a pit in their face, there's no instant trade-off. Molly at the feet as well. It's going to be locking these Sen players out and wide. Slight as the gaps, they managed to get past it, but still they need the kills, and they need them now. Straight in sight. It's a 1v2, and it's just stuck all the way. Deep flash, swing on top of it. Oh, ADS up with a bulldog. Listen, it's not great, even on the best of days. Sentinels
Healing over here.
made out on the better side of that engagement there. Now you're going to see the Seeker trying to pave the way. Kiko very much alone when he's trying to make this play here. But John, do you take that peak timing? Oh my god, oh my goodness! Hit a barrel, just poked through and gave him that perfect timing. Slowed all the way down and it's pulled rotations, and Paddy and Nats, a lot to overcome. It's a TP pivot. They had no control of showers when they made this play here, Sen. There's danger. They could have got caught out, and having to use the drone now to clear out through short. Still,
you can't lose this to Nats. You can't lose this to Nats.
But he is the definition of a ratty player. He defined it, man. Made it popular. No coverage inside. Nats! God damn!
No comparison to a Bangkok.
And it's all tempo, it's all pace. Sentinels, my God, Nats! This guy is relentless! They're already dead at this point for Team Liquid. So far, he's putting them to bed. Team Liquid, Camo perched. He sees the barrel and it's just poking out as well. Mistakes are piling up at this point. Miracle, nothing short of divine intervention is what's needed and necessary. He's in the walls, man. He's in the walls. Good luck toppling him. The damage is done.
The re-clear, almost there for Zekken. Nats again with an opportunity.
Camo's here to play spoiler. Oh, the rocket tonight! It's a beautiful drone. Gets the suppression off, but it's a quick reaction! Lining them up. And my God, blink of an eye. Zelta's even going down a second. Bloodthirsty.
They finally shut down Nats. Popped his pit. Got run down. They threw bodies at the problem. Kiko, I beg you don't win this.
I mean, surely, Sen, there's got to be no gaps here. There's got to be no gaps, and the swing comes through.
Stood up here is giving them full information. Do they clear this? Because he could get one.
They do. I think it was the smoke that kind of spelled it out there.
Well, now, as soon as there's a player pushed up like that, you expect the rest of B to be free. Nats does his fast TP play.
Brady just can't win out the duel there, facing too many players. Tango with Plant. Has to go down here by John. No contestation, but it's a rapid play at that. Look at it, footsteps maneuvering. Team Liquid, they want to get straight back into the fight in the fray in second. Is eager. Drawing blood earlier to set the tone of this round at least. Round 12. Okay, Nats should not be favored there. Hopping up. And the playmaker himself, listen, backs to all sorts of these players. Senna just not ready for it right now. Wingman scatters forwards, and look at the squeeze they put on him.
We've run this pistol round before, double flash through Nat's wall.
And he's trying to go for this one here, and Zekken caught to the corner, back against the wall. It's a bloodbath. The paint in the A site in it.
Beautiful setup. Sentinels not ready. They looked like they had some kind of idea that there was going to be a short push going on. Well, they couldn't stop the double flash play.
2 versus 4. But John just can't quite whip the ghost around in time. This is Liquid on the verge. Absolutely unreal stuff. Zelsis, time is ticking, son. The hourglass running dry. It is do or die.
Match
They hit a jump spot. The pre-aiming it.
Beautiful.
Not long for the world. And this might be it, the impetus. The first death blow of many. Wingman sent in, Salvos to deny this one, but the plan will go off without a hitch anyway. Kiko follows through, star player removed. Team Liquid aiming to send City home. The rate swinging wide, but it's just one man.